Hello everyone. Next, we will discuss about pattern matching using regular expressions. So, before going to discuss in detail about pattern matching using regular expressions, now we will discuss about what is a regular expression. So, a regular expression is a sequence of characters that forms a search pattern, and when you search for some data in a text, you can use the search pattern to describe what you are searching for. So, a regular expression can be a single character or a more complicated pattern. The regular expressions can be used to perform all types of search and text replace operations. So, that is about a regular expression. So, the regular expression is a sequence of characters that forms a search pattern. The general syntax to use for a regular expression is pattern followed by modifier. You need to write the pattern inside the backslash symbols. Understood? So, coming to the pattern matching using these regular expressions, for example, here I have taken a variable pattern. And I see here W3 schools followed by I have written. So, where this W3 schools is a pattern to be used in a search, and see here the I is a modifier that modifies the search to be case insensitive. And how to use the string methods now? So, using the string methods. So, in JavaScript, expressions are often used with the two string methods, that is a replace and search method. So, the search method uses an expression to search for a match and returns the position of the match, and the replace method returns a modified string where the pattern is replaced. So, here we will have two methods, search and replace. The search method uses an expression to search for a match and returns the position of the match, and the replace method returns a modified string where the pattern is replaced. So, now you need to discuss about search method and you need to discuss about the replace method. So, first we will discuss about search method with a string. So, the search method searches a string for a specified value and returns the position of the match. So, coming to the example now, see in this example, initially in the body I have taken a heading JavaScript string methods, and thereafter I have used a paragraph, that is the search a string for W3 schools and display the position of the match. So, thereafter I have written an empty paragraph which is having the ID demo. So, now I have started the script. So, in that script I have taken a variable str. In that the string what it contains is visit W3 schools. So, after that I have taken a variable that is n. I have taken a variable that is n, where I am using the search method on that string. So, that I am writing str.search followed by W3 schools. It means I am searching for W3 schools in that string str, and where it founds it, the particular position is stored in a variable n. Understood? And thereafter here I am trying to return the value of n based on the ID. So, here I have written a document.getElement by ID. So, the ID that I have used is a demo. Dot inner HTML is equals to, I have written n. So, then close the script, close the body, and then close the HTML. So, coming to the output. So, you will get the output in this manner. So, here 3 lines of output is displayed. So, whatever the position that you searched for the string W3 schools, its a position 6 is returned here. Understood? So, now till now we have completed using the string search method with a string. Now, we will discuss about the same with a regular expression. So, now using the string search with a regular expression. So, use a regular expression to do a case insensitive search for W3 schools in the string. So here also we have taken the same example, but instead of searching for a string, here you have written a var n is equals to str dot search, and see here you have written a pattern, that is the W3 schools, and the modifier is I we have written. Understood? So where I stands for a case insensitive search, and as usually you are getting the element by ID, that is the demo dot inner HTML is equals to n. And even for this also you will get the same output. You will get the same output, that is the 6 is returned. That is about a string search method. So now we need to discuss about replace method. So what about a replace method? The replace method replaces a specified value with another value in a string. So see here first initially I have taken a heading h2. Heading h2 I have taken, that is a JavaScript string methods, followed by a paragraph, that is a replace Microsoft with a W3 schools in the paragraph below. Next I have created a button. So, and on the button the name I have created is try it. And whenever I have clicked on the button, here I have used a mouse event, that is on click. So on click is equals to the name of the function I am invoking is my function. So followed by that, here I have used a paragraph which is having the ID, that is a demo, and for that I have used a string text, that is a please visit Microsoft. So now I started the script. So in that script now I am defining the function. I am defining the function. So it's whereas its name is my function. So in that I have created a variable, that is str. So there I am using a I am getting the for that str I am getting the value by using the document dot get element by ID, where the ID for the paragraph I have used is demo dot inner HTML. So in str variable you will have the string, that is please visit Microsoft. Then here I have used a variable txt, and for that I am using the replace method now. So str dot replace. So I am trying to replace the word Microsoft with W3 schools. So I am getting the document by ID, that is the document dot get element by ID, demo dot inner HTML is equals to text. Whatever the value that is returned in txt, that will be forwarded to the element by getting its ID to the paragraph. Now using the string replace with a regular expression. Previously we discussed about the same replace method with a string. Now we will discuss about the same replace method with a regular expression. So here also we have taken the same example, but only the difference is whenever you are applying the method replace, you need to write the regular expression. See here I have used the regular expression, that is a Microsoft is written as a pattern followed by the modifier, that is I. So here I is a modifier. So here also I am trying to replace the given word, that is a Microsoft with W3 schools. Understood? So in this way you will get the output. So see here, whenever you have clicked on that try it button, then immediately actually the content that you may have is a please visit Microsoft. Then so whenever you have clicked on that button, that is a try it, immediately that Microsoft word is replaced by W3 schools. Understood? So that is all about replace method with a regular expression. So now we will discuss about DHTML, where it stands for dynamic HTML. So the topic name here, it is the positioning, moving and changing elements. Understood? So now coming to the introduction to the HTML, I mean DHTML. The DHTML is a collection of features together that enable your web page to be dynamic. Dynamic is defined as the ability of a browser to alter the web page look and style after the document has loaded. And as you know that this DHTML is a combination of several built-in browser features in the 4th generation browsers that enables a web page to be more dynamic. So with the DHTML, a web developer can control how to display and position the HTML elements in a browser window. Understood. So let us discuss about this DHTML using an example. So suppose if you have an image of a monkey in your web page and simply followed by that monkey image, you are displaying a text message like monkey likes jumping. So it is an old way of developing the web page. So but whenever you have clicked on that picture of the monkey jumps from one place to another place, and itself it says monkey likes jumping. Then it adds the value to your web page. So that is majorly an example related to the DHTML. So now what are the differences between a HTML and the DHTML? So see, as you know that HTML is referred to as static, and it is a static in nature. Whereas coming to the DHTML, so it is referred to as a dynamic HTML and dynamic in nature. And another one is a plain page without any styles and scripts is called as HTML, and a page with HTML, CSS and DOM with the scripts is called as DHTML. And HTML sites will be slow upon the client side technologies. DHTML sites will be fast enough upon the client side technologies. That is the differences between HTML and DHTML. So coming to the dynamic style. So the dynamic styles are the key features of DHTML. The DHTML's object model allows us to change the style of object using the style attribute. See, in our cascading style sheets where we applied the first level of CSS, that is inline or internal style sheets, there we used the style attribute. In the same way here also, while you are applying the dynamic style to your web page, you need to apply the style attribute. So this style is basically known as a dynamic style of object. So for example, to highlight the text in a heading, when the user moves the mouse pointer over it, you can use the style object to enlarge the font and change its color as shown in the following example. So let us discuss about the dynamic style using an example. So see here, first see the body here. So in this body, first I have used a heading H3 and I used a mouse event, that is on mouse over. So is equals to, I am invoking a function that is do changes of this. Here I am using the Java this pointer. So then its a style is equals to, I have written a color black and its a font size is 18 pixels. And the content that I have used for that is a welcome to dynamic HTML. Closed the heading. Thereafter I have used some paragraph and closed the body and then closed the HTML. So now inside the function definition, that is a do changes. So now I have written by using its a parameter, that is E, whatever the parameter that I have passed. So E dot style dot color is equals to green I have used, and thereafter I used E dot style dot font size is equals to 20 pixels. So initially, welcome to dynamic HTML text color is by default we have used a black and then its size is 18 pixels. But whenever you moved your mouse onto that on mouse over event we are using. So whenever you moved your mouse onto the text, immediately its a black color will be modified to green and its size is also modified to 20 pixels. Understood? So let us see the output now. So initially here welcome to dynamic HTML text color is black here. Understood? And its size is 18 pixels. And whenever your mouse is moved on to dynamic HTML, that is a welcome to dynamic HTML, its color is modified to green. Understood? That is about applying the dynamic styles to a web page. So now we will see how to change the font along with the color and size. So using the style dot font, the font style can be changed. So for changing the font style, some events must be occurred. See here inside the body, first I have started the paragraph and I have used a anchor tag and as usually I am using the same events, that is on mouse over and on mouse out. Previously whenever we are explaining about dynamic style, there I used only one mouse event, that is on mouse over, and now along with that additionally I am using on mouse out also, and directly I am writing this by using this pointer. Now I am applying. So this dot style dot color is equals to some color I am writing like blue, and this dot style dot font is equals to 20 pixels Arial I am writing. And whenever your mouse is moved away, that is on mouse out, its color is black I am writing, and its font is 12 pixels normal. So in the same way I have used two anchor tags two times. One is for before you speak listen, and another one is for before you write think. So and additionally one more paragraph is also written by me, that is Vignan Nirula, by Vignan Nirula. So in this way you will get the output. So initially you will have a paragraph, that is before you speak listen, followed by before you write think. So and at last here we used by Vignan Nirula. So whenever you moved your mouse onto before you speak listen, its color is changed to which color? Blue color. And whenever you moved your mouse onto before you write think, its color is modified to blue. Understood? That is about changing the font. Till now we have discussed about mouse events like on mouse over and on mouse out. Now we will discuss about on mouse click. Generally how to react to a mouse click. So when we click on the mouse button, it goes down and then come back. Two events will be happened. Mouse goes up and down. So these activities can be caught using the on mouse down and on mouse up events respectively. See here, there in the function definition I have used two functions, that is ABC and XYZ. So by using that ID, that is image1.src, I have used one image, that is vignan.jpg, and whereas in XYZ I have used an image, that is nirula.jpg. So coming to this body, first initially I have used a heading H1, two wonders of the world. So for here I have used an image where its ID is img1, and initially here its src what I am using is nothing but nirula.jpg, and two events I am using here, on mouse down and on mouse up. So whenever you have clicked, on mouse down event will be happened, and whenever you released the mouse, on mouse up event will be happened. So on mouse down is equals to ABC function you are invoking, on mouse up is equals to XYZ function you are invoking. So followed by that I have written a paragraph like click this image to change it. So in this way you will get the output. First you will have a two wonders of the world followed by an image, and followed by that click this image to change it. So whenever you have clicked on this image, as per our code, first initially vignan.jpg, actually what will happen is nothing but first nirula.jpg is there. So whenever you have clicked on this image, that will be replaced by vignan.jpg, and whenever you release your mouse, as usually nirula.jpg will be displayed. That is how you apply mouse events. That is on mouse over, on mouse out, and whereas on mouse up and on mouse down. So this is all about DHTML. Thank you.